and welcome to a very special show actually this afternoon. We're a little bit earlier than we normally go live on a Tuesday with, of course, a good friend, Aaron Cox. Aaron, how are you doing?
Evening, afternoon, Ian. Yes, I'm well, mate. Excited and bubbling at the moment.
And we're excited, Aaron, aren't we? Because finally, golf in England is back from tomorrow. Whee!
Yes, absolutely. Like party. Yes, in England only. I've been told by a good person that I need to stress England, not the UK. Can't wait for tomorrow.
No, that person was me, of course. Yeah, look, golf is back. It is fantastic. And what it does mean, doesn't it, Aaron? It means for everybody at your club especially, we get to see you out on the course looking pretty resplendent like this. Care to explain what's going on here, Aaron?
Mate, that was me playing the Australian Open at the Lakes Golf Club in Sydney back in 2012 when I qualified on the Monday for the Australian Open to play in the same field as the President's Cup team. And all the likes of Tiger and Bubba Watson, Aaron Baddeley, Jeff Ogilvy, Adam Scott, Jason Day. But yeah, it was the 100th year anniversary of the PGA of Australia, and I wanted to create some homage for them. So when I qualified, I had my +4s out of the wardrobe, and I thought I'd go back to old school. So I played that in different colours over the first 2 days. Unfortunately, I missed the cut.
Okay. Do you still have them though? Do you still have the +4s?
Absolutely. I've got about 4 different colours.
And you're going to wear them in the next 2020 Pro Tour event, I assume. Is that right?
Well, you know what? There's another good thing for you to do if you wanted to. You could have a chat to your friends, Mr. Walker and Mr. Hanson from 2020 Pro Tour. They put a little bit of a fund, a raising fund, and if they can get to £1,000 for the NHS, the next 2020 Pro Tour, I will play in my Canary Yellow +4s. If we can raise amongst the golf industry £1,000 for the NHS, you get Adam and Chris to get onto that now and start making that happen. I will do that if we can raise some money for the NHS.
Fantastic. And if they're not watching now, Chris and Adam, I will make sure you do see this. So yeah, £1,000. We raised £1,000 for the NHS. Aaron is going to dress up in his +4s again, and yeah, hopefully have a good round. Now, Aaron, let's get back onto the important matter. It is exciting that golf's back. We know that, but it's back and it is slightly restricted. What does it mean? What can people expect when they're coming back? We discussed it just before off air. Don't expect to suddenly rock up with 15 mates and be able to play. What are the rules for coming back to golf tomorrow?
So the generic guidelines that England Golf, the PGA, and the Greenkeepers Association and the R&A have all come together and put the guidelines out to the golf clubs. Pretty much what they've come out with is members of golf clubs, it'll be members only at golf clubs to play golf first. So unfortunately, if you're not a member of a golf club, of golf clubs that are members courses, you won't be able to get on. Obviously, the municipal courses, yes, you'll probably be able to get on, but they're few and far between. You'll only be allowed to play in 2 balls. So one other person from outside the household, which has been stipulated. But the big thing, as you just mentioned, it's going to be you have to make a pre-booking. In other words, members have to book in through their BRS system, their online booking system, through their club's website. And obviously through, as you mentioned, through Blackwell Grange myself. And I did a video last night. It was about, nearly 45 minutes explaining and going through the guidelines that have been set out by the club, but been passed down from the government, really. So members have to play in 2 balls, have pre-bookings, can't just turn up to the golf course and try and get a game if they say that they know the timesheet is not very full. there's the flags, the cups have been turned upside down, which means the golf balls will only fall just beneath the level of the hole. Flags remaining in the hole, can't touch the flags. No rakes in the bunkers. Obviously, it's social play only. There's no competitions. So they're the main parts of it. Clubhouse obviously is still shut. All practice facilities, driving range, short game areas are still closed. So you can only turn up to the golf course 20 minutes prior to your tee-off time. You you have to check in to the pro shop to register that we know that you're here. And then you must obviously remain socially distanced from the other person you're playing in, obviously, unless they are from the same household. They're the main structured guidelines that we have to follow.
They seem pretty straightforward, and it sounds like common sense, doesn't it? You touched on the bunker. Now, I would find the bunker probably. I'd find if there's 10 or 15, or of course, or even more than that, I would probably find all of them. What do I do then once I've taken 3 shots to get out and I've literally just scattered a beach across the fairway? Do I just give it a quick rub down with my club, or what do I do?
Well, what you do is you in your case, you'd be telling your playing partner to go play the next hole while you catch up.
I'll be very good at social distancing.
But in that respect, what you do is you just use your feet to smooth over the sand. Because there are no no rakes in the sand bunkers. You just common sense. Use your feet. Look, each golf club, there's going to be 2 ways of playing over bunker. I mean, as I mentioned last night to all the members, 1, don't play out the bunker if you don't really want to. Just pick your golf ball up, put it on the ground, back on the grass.
Can't wait to get out now.
Or 2, if you did want to play the shot out of the bunker, again, there's no competitions. You can just move the ball to a nice little bit of sand and just play a bunker shot out, so you can at least get the feeling back of how to play a bunker shot again, or get some practice. It's not the be all or end all. There's no one putting a gun to your head saying you must play the ball as it lies out of a bunker.
Fantastic. And little things, small details, like ball cleaners, and that are at a number of holes, and you sometimes get shoe cleaners as well. Out of bounds, don't touch them. Just get on with your game. You want to clean your ball, just wipe it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Bins, ball cleaners are all out of play. You can't touch them. They're still got bags over them, and they're still put bags around them and tape them up. Obviously, you're playing in 2 balls. As I said, we're not touching the flags. Out of bounds, out of bounds. Only touch your own golf ball. If it's not your golf ball, don't touch it. If it's out on the golf course, just leave it. Obviously, a maximum of 18 holes. And what Blackwell grant, and look, this might come across the board to a lot of golf clubs around England, is that we've actually stipulated from Monday to Sunday, you're only allowed to play 3 rounds of golf per week to allow.
Interesting.
We're in a different situation because we have a high membership base. We have over 650 odd members in our golf club playing membership. So we have a very high number. If we're only allowed 120 players on the golf course in a day, let's say 2 players to every 10 minutes, that's six tee times an hour over, let's say for instance 10 hours. That's a minimum of 120 players a day. We've got 600. So we've got to try and space out as many, give everyone the opportunity to actually play golf. And that's why we've put in from Monday to Sunday a maximum of 3 times you can play per week. And you must have your name plus also a partner. You can't have, and if I'm playing at 12:50 on Wednesday tomorrow, I can't have Aaron Cox in the 2 spots. I have to have Aaron Cox and Ian Waterhouse playing in that group so we know exactly who's on the golf course.
Brilliant. So just to reiterate, really, yes, golf courses are reopening tomorrow in England only, of course. And it really is, please just use a bit of common sense. Club shops, retail side of it, the clubhouse will obviously be shut. Do go and register, book online beforehand. Please don't just turn up to the golf club. If you don't have a booking, you will not get out on the course. So don't just turn up at your golf club expecting to just chance it. You won't get out on the course. Visit your club's website, book online, and go enjoy the game. And don't, you know, you can't do balls, can't do three balls. It's on hold. So just use this, like
Yeah,
as
I've said on my video last night. I've made a big clear point that a golf club, its members, its staff, the secretary, the president, the ground staff, we're one team. We are a big team trying to work together, and we've only got one chance at this. If members of golf clubs and golfers don't follow these set guidelines and don't work with their golf clubs, golf will get shut down, and it'll get shut down for another 6-9 weeks. So we can't stuff this up, really. Everyone's got to respect each other, be patient, but also respect the staff that are at the golf clubs. You know, they're working now to get you guys, the members and golfers, back on the course. Give them time, give them patience, be respectful, and follow their orders or their information that they're trying to give to you. That's the biggest thing I stressed last night, is we're all in this together, not just individually. You, me, we're all of us golfers. We're a collective industry. We're going to try and work together to get golf going out once and not stuffing up.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's no reason to believe it won't be, you know, people won't obey the rules. I'm sure they will. I mean, as golfers, we spend our whole time working towards a rule book this thick with some of the most complicated rules ever. So this shouldn't really be a problem. And like you said, actually, Aaron, and I should have touched on it too, a huge thank you to all the staff at every club up and down the country, especially obviously greenkeepers and people like that. What a job they've been doing. So it means we can actually play golf tomorrow, because if they hadn't been doing their job, then it would be like going out in the jungle. You just wouldn't be able to play. So thank you to you, Aaron.
Absolutely.
Thank you to club pros, assistant pros, everybody who's been keeping the clubs in ship-shape condition, so we're able and ready to get out golfing from tomorrow. Now, let's turn to the players. We're back tomorrow, but it also means we've been quite inactive for a while, doesn't it? Now, that means there's going to be, we all hear the excuse, don't we? Oh, it's my first round since XYZ. That's why I'm playing so rubbish. We're probably going to get a lot of that over the next couple of weeks. So people are rusty. Some people might not have even played at all this year. We know there's a lot of fair weather golfers out there.
Absolutely.
So let's not kid ourselves. When we get out on the course,
right now.
yeah. If the sun ain't shining, I ain't getting out there. Rain, no chance. Not for me. So it means we're going to be quite rusty, doesn't it? And one thing that's quite important, I always find, is for the enjoyment of your own game, is setting expectations as well. If you haven't played for a while, well, nobody's played for a while, you're probably not going to go out there tomorrow and shoot your best ever round, are you?
No, and absolutely, and that's a good point. I mean, tomorrow is we're getting back into golf. You've got to take it on board as a training regime again. You're getting back out there. It's almost like you're relearning golf for the first time. You're a beginner and you're starting fresh again. Look, the first few weeks of golf reopening is going to be literally social play in 2 balls. It might progress to 3 balls eventually over the weeks once the government gives us guidelines. But for the time being, it's A, trying to get back out on the golf course. 2, it's the socialising with your mates that you've missed and you haven't really been around for the last 7 weeks. And 3, it's honestly hitting a golf ball down a fairway, putting your club, walking down the fairway, having a chat, enjoying the golf course in very good condition, because 99% of the golf courses, as you alluded to, the green staff have been continuing to work. The golf courses are going to be mixed. They're going to be absolutely pure. So I would really just go back to basics, go through, as I say to everyone, GASP, grip, aim, stance, posture, gasp. They're 4 basic fundamentals you can start with to get along that movement of get your grip right, get your posture right, get your stance, work on your ball position, and then start feeling the swing. It'll take you a few rounds to get back into it.
To be fair, Aaron, that's exactly what I do, and my playing partners do every time I hit a ball. They all gasp. They're like, "What happened there?" But in all seriousness, I've got a question for you in regards to that, and I think this is might clear things up for a lot of people. Now, if you play to a handicap, which I'm sure most people watching do, you obviously have to submit a number of scores every time, in order to maintain your handicap or see it coming down, etc. What's going to happen then over the next few weeks? Are we not submitting scores then? So we're not playing to handicaps over the next few weeks or so, or can people still play and submit a score, which will then go to the handicap? Do we know? Do we have any clarity on that?
Yeah. So at this point in time, there's going to be no competitions for golfers across England. Getting golf back out there is purely social at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised if there's probably an initial period of 3 to 5 weeks where golf will just be, look, get out there and play, exercise. I think the main focus at the moment for golf is we've been pushing to MPs about how golf is, it's exercise, it's social, it's mental health. It helps in all those three main areas. So I wouldn't honestly worry about handicaps, comps. And England Golf are going to be working with all the clubs. They're not going to be just saying to people, "Oh, you haven't submitted enough cards for your handicap. We're going to get rid of your handicap." This is a very, very unprecedented situation we're in. No one really knows what to do. So in the ways of the golf industry, so I wouldn't honestly worry about handicapping, comps for any immediate future. I'd just go out there, enjoy the fact that golf is one of the first sports allowed to go back, because there's actual evidence that it can actually be good for people.
Definitely. Fantastic. Right. Let's get back to basics then, shall we? What did you want to show? You mentioned golf there. Are we going to have a little look at that? Are you going to take us through some things that we could do ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. So, look, a big thing going out there tomorrow, everyone, is just, as I said, go back to basics. Start getting a feel of what you want to do and how you want to try and hit the golf ball. Obviously, we're all going to be a bit sketchy. I've been doing my Facebook videos every night on my Blackwell Grange page. So I've been doing tips and videos and thought processes and how to hit different shots over the last 6 weeks. So a lot of my members that of my golf club that are on Facebook and social media, they've been watching, and it's been getting around a lot. So everyone's been getting actually involved and asking questions like we're doing now. But I've been doing that with my members for the last 6 weeks. So it's getting back to those basics. As I said, GASP, grip, aim, stance, and posture. Getting the grip, whether you're an interlock, an overlap, or a baseball grip, it's getting that position, that synchronization with both hands. And then from there, with your posture and your position, with your posture, it's really important to, bum goes out, chest goes up, and then let the arms hang. Now, as you can see from there, my arm is hanging away from my body but what that's doing is it's allowing me to create a pendulum and giving me a pathway to swing the golf club. If we get too high or too low, it changes that movement, but also changes that pathway. So finding a position that you can feel confident but also comfortable is very, very important to then get yourself into a routine. This is what golf is all about, getting yourself back into that routine of swinging it, position, holding it, strike, impact. So especially with irons, we touched on putting, we've done putting, we've done a bit of chipping, we've done driving. So I want to touch on, just for a couple of minutes today, ball position is important. With driver, we're looking at left toe, just inside left toe. With irons, and you might have actually, over the years, you might have actually been told this or heard it down a grapevine, that back many, many years ago, they taught amateurs, the higher the number of iron, the more you push the ball back in the stance. So when you get back to, say, a pitching wedge, you just pass centre. And the lower number you get, you push it forward. In other words, back up to driver or three iron hybrids, and you push it more forward to the stance. Now, back, 25, 30 years ago, that's exactly how people were taught, and beginners and amateurs and club golfers. Nowadays, in obviously 21st century, it's a very, very different technology. But what I teach to all my students, keep it simple. I have 2, maximum of 3 ball positions. 1 left toe for driver, just inside left toe for 3 wooden hybrids. 2 balls inside left toe. You have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 iron. 3 golf balls inside, 8, 9 pitchy sandy. But if you look at a golf ball width, we're talking an inch, just over an inch. So you're looking at a maximum of about 3 inches from your left toe hitting a pitching wedge. Now, as I said, as you would understand, you'd appreciate, there's so many things we have to think about in golf, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So it's really minimizing the worry and positioning a golf ball. Me personally, I use 2 ball positions for myself. I have 1 for drivers, woods, fairway woods, hybrids, and say a 4 iron. And then pretty much I have the second one for pretty much every iron and every full swing wedge shot, even down to a wedge. I use 2 ball positions, and that's it. Because I can create a swing with every golf club in the same ball position and have the same effect.
I was taught exactly like you said, actually, Aaron. I had a couple of lessons a few years ago, and they taught me about ball positions. And yes, you move backwards as you go, as you move through your set. Until I tried, and I'm not trying to plug a brand here or anything, but I tried Cobra 1-length irons. And for somebody like me, I mean, Bryson DeChambeau, obviously a big advocate of it. And for me, it just worked. It made sense. But having said that, if you've played golf for 30, 40, 50 years, you're probably not going to try that, are you? Because it's suddenly a whole completely different way of changing. My issue for me that I have is iron play is one of my weaker points, believe it or not, along with everything else. But iron play is certainly one of my weaker points. And the longer irons I struggle to hit, even like I have a 4 iron. Anything above that, I tend to go hybrid. But even a 4 iron, I'm capable of watching it fly off completely to the right. Until I started trying 1-length, and for me that works because I understood the science of it and the consistency of it. And I get it's not for everybody, and I'm certainly not saying to everybody to give it a go, but it's just there's other things you can do, like you're saying. You've got 2 ball positions. You don't use Cobra 1-length, so you don't need to do it, but retain that consistency, which I think is great.
Yep. Yeah, and I when those Cobra 1-length golf clubs came out, when they launched, I actually hit them, and it was so bizarre hitting a sand wedge or a 9 iron the length of a 6 iron. And then getting a 4 iron out and hitting exactly the same. It's the same length as a 6 iron. Bizarre. It felt so weird because with a wedge, I was like up here, here for a wedge, whereas normally I'd be down here, getting a bit more close to it, a bit more personal with it. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. It is bizarre, but it does actually kind of work if you're open. If your mind is open to that kind of technology and that kind of science of the game. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but there's about probably 92%, 95% of golfers who don't really worry about that kind of science.
Yeah, so exactly.
That's where I suppose I say, look, keep it simple. Have 2, maximum 3 ball positions. Don't move. Look, the reason why I would say to a lot of, I'm talking club golfers, to not move the ball back in the stance is because, 1, the club will never be square. Now, you just knocked you on the head before. You say the golf ball goes right. That's because the golf club is open at that position at impact. So if you're getting to the golf ball earlier because the ball's back in the stance, you have to then really make sure the club face is square at impact. But a good percentage of players will still be on the way down, and the club will still be open at impacts, which means you're still going to be on a sharp descent, a steep angle, a steep club angle of attack, with a club face open. The chances of you getting a little bit heavy and spurting straight right, or hitting it thin and going straight right, go up dramatically. And that's what you got to be careful of.
Yeah. I think it's also, for me, it's probably a tiny bit of lack of talent as well. But there we go.
See, I put you in the lot category, the LOT lot category. Yeah, the lack of talent category. That's that.
I thought you said you put me in the lost category there. Yeah, I get. Yeah, I can fit in. So, look, Aaron, it's like we said, we're excited to be back tomorrow. It is all about getting back to basics, isn't it? Like we've just been discussing. Just quickly run through us for us one last time for those who have just tuned in, because it's quite a nice time, isn't it, that people can use, especially when they're getting back and they're thinking it's been 6 months they played. Maybe, people are pretty rusty. Running through it very quickly again one last time.
Look, GASP, grip, aim, stance, posture. Go through a routine, get yourself into a position over the golf ball that you can get yourself and you understand it. Go back to your basics. Just go out there, lower your expectations. Go out there and honestly enjoy the fact that the golf course is in pure condition. Enjoy the camaraderie with the mates and the members again, and the other people that you see. Obviously, respect the guidelines and the social distancing. But look, go out there, enjoy it. I'm pumped up. I can't wait for tomorrow to come and the sun to rise. Obviously, I'm a club pro, and I have been for the last 15 years. So I can't wait to get out there, and even for myself to see the members back out there again. And also, and I've got my kids academy course, so I'm opening that up as well. So I can't wait to see all the kids that I teach. I've got about just over 100 kids that I teach the kids academy course that will reopen as well. So they're getting out there as well, playing. But look, just go out there and enjoy it for the first couple of weeks, and enjoy the fact that the sun's out and we've got a golf course to play.
Fantastic, Aaron. Superb words there. And again, just to reiterate to everybody, yes, do go enjoy it. Please obey the rules. Please do book before you go. Have to book in before. Please don't just turn up to the golf club, because you won't get in. And of course, then you've got to interact with the staff and members only. Yes, you're absolutely right. But go enjoy yourself. Have a great time. We all love golf. We all want to get back out there, don't we? And just also a little reminder, Aaron, of the NHS thing we've just been discussing about. If anybody wants to see Aaron looking like this at the next 2020 Pro Tour event, Chris, Adam, if you're watching, the founders of the 2020 Pro Tour, if we can raise £1,000, we can raise £1,000 for the NHS before the next event, then Aaron's going to rock up looking like this. And I'll tell you guys, if I had £1,000 to spare, it'd be going straight in, because
I should have made it two.
If we've got any millionaires watching, please put just put £1,000 in. You won't be disappointed.
You really want to see me that outfit, don't you?
You're damn right I do. Aaron, enjoy tomorrow, won't you? Enjoy yourself. Stay safe, of course. Give our regards to everybody at Blackwell Grange as well. And once again, a massive thank you to you for your help through lockdown as well. It's been a pleasure doing these shows with you. We'll continue if you're happy to. We want to carry on doing these, keeping people updated with what's going on as things change. Any final words before I'll let you get back to planning your big day tomorrow?
No, look, I just want to say stay safe, everyone. As I said before, all the players and members of golf clubs, work with your golf club, work with your club professionals and the staff there trying to make it happen for you guys. And please try and work as a team. As I said before, we've only got one chance of this to get golf reopened. So enjoy it. Go enjoy your own golf course, your members' golf courses. enjoy the camaraderie and the socializing, and obviously stay safe, keep your social distancing, and let's get back out there and enjoying golf. That's the biggest thing.
Fantastic. Aaron Cox,
we'll
thank you.
Keep going with these videos, mate, because once we get back onto the golf course, mate, I'll be able to take you out and actually we'll do live videos of actually playing shots, and instead of being inside in a house, I can be out on the golf course and actually going live videos with you while I hit shots and show you how to do it.
That'll be fantastic. Look, I certainly appreciate it. I know everybody appreciates your time as well, Aaron. So thank you so much. And as ever, we always have to say, don't we, Leon, just so you know, that it is a wrap now.
Well done, Leon.